All right, guys, welcome. Welcome so much. I'm glad you came here tonight. This is Marketing Monday, and I'm going to talk to you tonight about how the 5 tips learned by the Girl Scouts in marketing their cookies can be applied to your real estate investing. I'm so glad you made it here tonight. I'm Janice Bell. I'm a real estate investor, mentor, and coach, and my company, Wise Wealth University, takes the mystery out of real estate investing and gives you step-by-step training. So let's jump right into tonight's content. I'm going to give you the 5 tips and then jump back to my scene here, and so I can talk to you live. And let me set it up for Instagram as well. All right, so on Instagram, I made a special little thing for you here. Let me move it up into the screen so you know what's going on. All right, so let's find out how the Girl Scouts sell their cookies and how that can apply to your real estate. We're going to apply it to real estate rentals, flips, and rehabs. Friends and family first. They sell to friends and family first. For Girl Scouts, this is the first 2 weeks of the sale where you call friends and family, you walk door to door with your neighbors. This is called a warm market. How does this apply to real estate? You want to be able to talk to your friends and family and tell them that you're investing in real estate. Do they know anyone who has kind of a rundown house, who needs to sell, who's getting divorced, lost their job, in foreclosure? There's a whole host of reasons why people want to get rid of their property, or they're a landlord and they're just tired of owning that property. It doesn't matter where the house is. You can always market it to another investor. All right. So that's the important thing. So friends and family first, that's your warm market. Most of you probably don't know it, but that's how Girl Scout starts. There are no booths during the first 2 weeks of Girl Scout sales. It's all friends and family. In fact, where I live in San Diego, we are due to start our booths on Friday, but we've been selling for friends and family for 2 weeks. So you get to approach those people first before they see booths out in the public. Okay, let's go to number 2. I'm going to just transition back over so you can see it. Number 2 is scarcity. How does scarcity apply? Here's how scarcity applies. There's a limited time that you can buy cookies. It is a 6-week sale, 6 weeks only. 2 weeks to friends and family, warm market, and 6 weeks to in booth sales to the public, people you actually don't know. So these booths are set up in grocery stores, Lowe's, Starbucks, whatever independent company wants to contract with Girl Scouts to have a booth. So you have to have permission to have that booth in front of the store. You can't just go set it up any place you want. Okay, so scarcity is limited time. People stock up and they wait all year so they can buy those Thin Mints, okay? So that's an important thing, scarcity. How does that apply to real estate? If you're flipping a house and you have a deal under contract, you're going to say, this deal's going to go fast. It's priced right. Everyone's going to want to buy this deal. So make your offer now if you want it. Okay, number 2, if it's a rental, you are going to be telling your prospective tenants, I'm only posting this month. It's only available, and the first person who puts in their application is going to get this beautiful property. You can have open houses. You can post it, but I'll get to that in a minute when I tell you how to market it. If you're selling a rehab, you put it on the MLS for a limited time. This deal is going to go fast, and that's something you can say in your marketing. It's scarcity. It's for a limited time for rentals, for flips, and also for remodeled houses. And those sell very quickly. Usually within a few days, you get a good offer on a remodeled house if it's priced right. All right, let's go over to number 3. Number 3 is simple pricing. Here's how they do it in Girl Scouts, and then I'll explain to you how it works in real estate. All right, for For, where was I? Oh, simple pricing. For Girl Scouts, different cookies cost a different amount to make actually. And how Girl Scouts works around this is they put different number of cookies in each box. Not all boxes have the same number of cookies. So sometimes the boxes are a little bit different in size, but the price is the same. So they adjust the number of cookies to go with the pricing, making it simple to do a transaction. It's simple for the girls to collect it. All the boxes cost the same. I think there's 2 premium boxes that we have this year that are $1 more than the other ones because they're more expensive to produce. But they're always rounded. So right now in San Diego, it's $5. It may be $3 if you live in Ohio, but the cookies we sell from our reseller are $3. And that also depends on what your expense ratio is, how many properties and camping areas the Girl Scouts own, who their staff is, how big their council is, and so what are their office expenses. So they keep the pricing simple. How would you do this in real estate? All right, so to keep the pricing simple in real estate, if someone's asking for a discount, here's what, and you have a remodeled property, this is what we tell them. So if someone's asking for a discount, we say we can pay a certain amount towards your closing costs, and then you don't have to bring that money to the table. Because sometimes what they do is ask for a reduction in price, and then later when they realize how much the closing costs are, they ask for that reduction as well. So as soon as they ask for any price reduction, we might say, we'll give you a fixed amount towards closing costs, and that's going to be it. And we look for someone who's going to pay our full price because we know our prices, our house is priced properly. If you're doing wholesaling, one way to do this is to set a price, get it out to your scarce list, which are your cash buyers, and then see what kind of pricing you get from them. Again, it's available for a limited time, and there's a limited number of properties on the market that they can buy at a wholesale rate. So that pricing is simple as well. Let's see, what's another one? Oh, for rentals. Okay, so here's what we do when it's for rentals. For a rental, we might keep a simple pricing. Some people will charge a pet deposit. What we like to do is charge a little bit extra for pet rent because you don't have to return pet rent. Pet rent doesn't have to be refunded, and a pet deposit does. So charge a little more for wear and tear for the pet that's in the house, and call that pet rent. So you're going to keep your pricing simple. Okay, number 4. Let's look at number 4. Go where your customers are. How does this apply to Girl Scouts? Well, I'll tell you what the Girl Scouts do. They start with their warm market, which is number 1, and then when they go into their 4-week sale of booths, they go where the customers are. The customers are going to grocery stores and buying food. So while they're there, they're accustomed to paying for groceries. So if you have your booth there, they're going to buy groceries. The other place they go to is a lot of coffee shops like Starbucks. They're going to get a coffee. They might also want a snack. They also do it in front of Walmart. There are a few booths in front of Lowe's, but we find that when men are coming to Lowe's to buy something, they're coming for that item only, and they're not going to stop and buy cookies. So we've never done very well at Lowe's. We also go to the beach often with our cookies. There are people at the beach. There are people at restaurants and breweries. So there are people at school events and things like that if you have a couple boxes with you. You can text your friends, and you can also go online. So you can go on Facebook and post for your friends to see. So go where your customers are. That's very simple in cookies. So in real estate, let's see how does this work. I'm just going to remind you of the list here. Number 4 is go where your customers are. So in real estate, if you're doing a rental, you want to be putting that ad where your customers are. If your customers are on Facebook, that's where you want to put it. You want to be putting out a Craigslist ad because when people are looking for properties, they look on Craigslist. If you are looking for, you can also, some cities have different sites that are used for rentals. For example, in Salt Lake, I found that one of the local radio stations had a very popular website that was used for reselling cars and for rentals. So I started posting on that site whenever I had a vacancy. You can also, if you have a very well-traveled street, you can put a sign in front. If you're trying to wholesale a property, what you want to do is get that list out to your cash buyers. You can also do a Craigslist ad and a Postlit that goes out to the public and all the different HubSpots and the different websites where these properties can be found. If you are selling a remodeled house, the best thing to do is to get a flat fee listing, get it onto the MLS, and it will be posted on all of the websites like Zillow, Realtor.com. It'll automatically go to those from the MLS. You do not have to list with a broker. You just have to do a flat fee listing. So that can range anywhere from $3.95 to $5.95 just for the listing, and then that person does no other work in terms of trying to market it. You're just paying for their insurance and their access to the MLS. So that's how you go where your customers are, because the retail customers that are going to buy a rehab are on the MLS, but your cash buyers that are going to buy a wholesale deal, they're not looking on the MLS. They're in your email list. They're looking on Craigslist. So you have to go where your customers are. That's something that the Girl Scouts understood from the beginning. So Girl Scout Cookies started as basically a bake sale, a cookie sale with a table, and it's blossomed from there. So, and the next thing that goes along with go where your customers are is be everywhere. I do know someone who owns a real estate IRA company, and when she first started the company, she was everywhere. She was at every single real estate meeting that we could imagine. We saw her on Facebook, we saw her on Twitter, we saw it Realty Expos, we saw her everywhere. So be everywhere. So if you're marketing a property, you may want to have it on Facebook. You're going to tweet it out if people follow you there. You're going to put it on Craigslist. You're going to have signs in front of the house. So you're going to be everywhere. Same with the rental property. You're going to be everywhere for that. When you're wholesaling a property, if you're looking to buy, you would have signs out. You would send out mailings so that people get familiar with your company. You are everywhere. If you have a wholesale property under contract that you're trying to sell, then you're going to put a sign out in front of the house and send it out to your cash buyers because you want people to buy that right away. So let's recap, guys. And on Instagram, I still see you guys are on there. What are the 5 tips you can use for marketing? Friends and family first. Go to your warm market. Okay, talk to them. Let them know you either have a deal or you're looking for a deal. Scarcity. Sorry, Instagram, I'm on low power there. All right, scarcity. The product is available for a limited time. The house that you're selling is available for a limited time. The house or apartment you're renting is available for a limited time until someone grabs it. Simple pricing. Keep the pricing simple. Don't allow multiple ways for someone to discount you. Offer one discount and stay firm with that. Go where your customers are. This has to do with the type of advertising you're doing. Figure out what type of advertising you need to do to be where your customers are and stick with that. Be everywhere. And with Girl Scouts, that means they're on TV, radio. People have heard that the sale's going to come out before we even start the sale. So when we come the first day to people's houses, they're like, oh yeah, I knew you guys were coming. So, and what we do is we leave a door knocker. They use that in real estate as well. We leave that little door thing that goes on their doorknob with our phone number, and they know that we're going to come back or they're going to call us. So those are the things that you can do to do your marketing for your houses and rentals. So again, that's the content for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for coming. I really enjoy teaching you guys and talking with you. And remember to put something in the chat if you have a comment or question. Please go ahead and follow me on Twitter or Periscope. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Wise Wealth University. And follow my Facebook page. Like that page as well. It's also on Wise Wealth University. For my Instagram followers, let me move this back over here. So for Instagram, please go ahead and like my Instagram page because that's where I go live, Wise Wealth University. I'm going to put those sites back over here for a minute so you guys can all see them. Thank you so much for being here tonight, guys. I just really have fun hanging out with you and seeing the comments in the chat. And thanks to my #1 Dallas fan for coming on, even though he's still working late. You can always watch the replay because that's why we have social media, right? Watch the replay, make comments, share it with your friends. Guys, I'm headed off to go to a Boy Scout parent meeting for my son. So I'm in Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts, and it keeps, besides that, in real estate, and then training my students and coaching you guys keeps me kind of busy. So this is the Pink Professor signing off, and thank you so much. You guys have a great Marketing Monday. Get out there and market yourself. Let everyone know that you're a real estate investor. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great evening.